Okay, we're going to go over the partial cal calibration stuff, how to load them, how to save them, and also how to create your own feature groups within the partial cals. So what you're going to do is load a calibration offline, which I've done here, and let's just save one as a good test. So I'm going to go up here to save partial cal, and then we have a list that's going to pop up. Let me expand that so it's a little easier to kind of see everything that's there. So it's a pretty long list. But you'll notice that if I click on one, let's say we're going to do traction control. So you open up traction control and it gives you everything that's going to be saved in that partial cal. Now you may want to remove some of those. For example, if you're sharing a map with somebody and they might be using a different input and output for switch and indicators, you could remove those so they could leave it however they want. Or maybe you just want your differential wheel speed table that you're going to share or something like that. You can uncheck all the rest, then check the appropriate ones that you want. In this particular case, I'm just going to save the whole settings out of this as a 0-1 calibration. So if somebody wants to pull in the settings that I've done for the 0-1, they can do it right here. So I'm just going to hit OK. Then I'm going to go to the partial cal folder, which is located under your xcals folder. And then I don't have one labeled traction control, so I'm just going to create a new folder. Okay, then I'm just going to say ZR1 traction control with pulleys. Maybe your basic stock ZR1 isn't going to need to be as aggressive as what we've done here. This particular car has pulleys, heads, and cam, but this will give us a pretty good idea. So we're just going to hit save, and then it's going to save that file in there. Okay, so now we've saved one. Now let's say we want to pull in cruise control settings that somebody's already done. So this is it's just warning us it's going to overwrite the values that are in there. Hit yes. Now if we click on another calibration, it's going to write the whole map in, which isn't what we want to do. So we want to go back to partial cals. And then we're going to pull in cruise control. And I'm just going to select V8 cruise control and open that up. Now it's dropped in all the settings for V8 cruise control. At that point, I can save my map. I'm just going to call this test. I'll just overwrite this other one. I'll replace it. Yes. So now it's saved my map with the new cruise control settings. And at this point, I can go in and create a new ECU file, flash that in, and I've got my cruise control settings done. If you want to create your own feature groups, there's a file inside the ProEFI folder on your C drive. If you're on V5, it'll say V5 after this, which I have V5 on here, but the installed version is the standard one. So I'm just going to double click on that, and it's going to open this notepad. So within here, you can see all these channels that are within those feature groups. So the colon and then the name dictates the name of that feature group, and then everything underneath of it will be the channels that get loaded or saved when you're using those feature groups. So now I'm going to go back to the software and show you how to determine those names. So if you go into any one of the calibrations, O2 control enable, for example. So now if you open up that notepad, it would just be pcm1.eri.vardex.o2 control enable, and you want to write that exactly how it's spelled here. And you notice when I put my mouse over it, it gives you the actual name. Okay, so that's what we want to do. It's going to be pcm1.eri.vardex. This name that this shows you. Another example would be, just find another one, knock enabled, or just to show you a few, you can do it here on these tabs. It tells you at the top VE temp correct table. So you kind of get the idea. Every time you put your mouse over it, it tells you what the raw name is. Pump to load. You just entered exactly how it shows you. So caps are important, underscores are important, spaces are important. It needs to look exactly like that. Once you've done that, then you can create your own set of feature groups, and once you save this file and reopen the software, you go to your partial cals, they'll be listed in there. Now, just about everything is in here, so you can also copy pieces and parts from different sections and create your own. Maybe you just want one for, you know, a race gas, and then you're going to put in target air fuel values from your target air fuel tables and your your high and low spark tables and your ethanol blend tables, and you can just create one feature group that has all those in it. So when you open up a map, you can just drop those settings in there and start tuning with your VE numbers and things like that. So it gives you a lot of flexibility on what you can and can't do, and it saves you a lot of time in calibration work and things like that.